Two passengers are removed from a Delta flight after refusing to wear masks. That flight from Detroit to Atlanta was forced to return to the gate. We're also learning of two passengers arrested during a KLM flight to Ibiza, Spain. The airline saying they were, quote, unruly and refused to wear face masks. Sara Nelson joins us now. She's the international president of the Association of Flight Attendants. Sara, this story is like, wow, how frequently is this sort of thing happening?
Well, unfortunately, we're seeing a rise of people who are refusing to wear the masks, and that has a lot to do with the leadership and the sort of narrative that is being put out from the leadership in our government, that this is about a political decision rather than a public health decision. And that's unfortunate because that puts us on the front lines having to deal with that. I want to applaud Delta Airlines for backing up the crew here and keeping passengers safe and make sure that they are enforcing their mask policy. But really, we should have a federal mandate for everyone to wear a mask, just like we have a federal mandate that you cannot smoke on a flight because it threatens everyone else's safety and health.
So what happens to people like this? They're kicked off this flight, but are they banned now?
They're banned, and Delta has said that they have banned approximately 100 people so far. Other airlines are banning people from traveling, and there's talk of airlines coordinating on banning people who have been banned on other airlines' flights as well. So we have to take this really seriously, but if we had a federal mandate, we would also have the backing of consequences, felonies, and fines that would come with this action. And this is what happens in aviation. We have to come to the door of the airplane with the spirit that we're all in this together for us to get safely from one place to another. That's just the way it works. And in this case, we all have to wear a mask for all of us to be safe.
I mean, this has to be maddening for other passengers who are doing the right thing. I mean, they're on these planes now, they're delayed. I'm curious, what is the response of other passengers when this happens?
Well, what you're seeing is that other passengers get very upset about this, and they do expect the airlines to enforce it. And sometimes that peer pressure helps us do our job in de-escalating the situation and getting people to comply. But in other cases, it can give rise to these tensions, and we have had flight attendants who have been assaulted and hurt very badly in these cases. So we really need some clear leadership. And let's be really clear. In my purse sitting next to me on the floor here, I have a passport that's no good right now. That's because the rest of the world doesn't trust America to get our act together to contain the virus and do what's necessary to do that. So this has an impact on our freedom, our access, and all the things that we have traditionally enjoyed. Not to mention my job security. We're working right now to get an extension of payroll support through Congress because our jobs are in jeopardy because of this virus and because we have not taken the steps together to contain it.
Anybody can board a plane with a mask and then just take it off during the flight. Has that been an issue?
Well, we have had some passengers who have done that, and certainly people are going to take sips of water. They're going to have something to eat. But Delta, for example, has very good announcements that says wait until the flight attendants are a few rows back. Wait and make sure that you're not doing that right in someone else's face. Do it this way. Make sure that your nose and mouth are covered. All of those things. All of that information is very important for passengers to also properly wear the masks. Some people have put up videos on social media showing ways to get around wearing the mask on flights. And you can be very clear that we're getting those to the airlines and working to ban those people up front as well.
How full are flights right now?
Flights are not running at capacity on average. They are running around 60% capacity. Some of the airlines have added more flights in order to keep that capacity down to give us a little more space on board. But, you know, on an airplane, you cannot properly socially distance. It doesn't matter. Anywhere you're sitting on the plane, it's impossible to do. So when you can't properly socially distance, you have to take these other safety steps. And the very first and most important one is for everyone to be wearing a mask.
There's obviously an increased risk when you get a lot of people in one place. And so I'm wondering, you know, you have the PPE, you have the extra cleaning methods, you have people wearing masks, you have passengers having to fill out questionnaires on some airlines. Now that more people are starting to travel, though, are more and more flight attendants getting sick?
Well, Anna, what's really amazing is that there have been stories about travel returning, but the fact of the matter is that traveling has leveled off and bookings have started to drop again as cases have started to rise again. So the real threat is the virus, and getting the virus contained is what's going to keep all of us healthy, but also is what's going to allow us to restart our economy.
Absolutely. Sara Nelson, really good to have you with us. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.